April 2nd is the 15th anniversary of World Autism Awareness Day. I've chosen to speak about this day as it is something very close to my heart. In my previous career in the United Kingdom, I was a teacher for children with special educational needs, and I had the absolute pleasure of working with a child with autism. Each day, getting to work with him and to see the skills and the gifts and the light that he brought to our school and to his family and the community really taught me that there's lots of work that needs to be done to develop our understanding around autism. As I mentioned, this year marks the 15th annual World Autism Awareness Day. There's no better way to celebrate this day than to becoming aware of the characteristics of people with this condition. 78% of people with autism feel like people outside of their family do not have a deep enough understanding of what autism really is. And actually less than 5% of medical research is spent researching autism as it is spent on many less prevalent childhood conditions. Autism refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behavior, speech, and nonverbal communication. Autism is a spectrum, so for every person, it can be very different. Some people can live independently, some people may need more support, and so it's really important to just remember that everyone, as we all are, is different and unique and special in their own way. Autism affects 1 in 100 people around the world. Autism is really underdiagnosed or misdiagnosed in girls. This is because girls are more likely to mask their symptoms or to conform, but autism is not a male disorder, and more research is coming out and becoming more widely known. 90% of people with autism do have sensory issues, which means they're experiencing the world much more intensely. Things can be too loud, too bright. Things can be very loud and confusing if overstimulated. So it's important to be aware in schools and workplaces that we are removing barriers so that everyone feels comfortable and supported and able to access their learning and to grow as individuals. Tackling misinformation head-on is something I'm very passionate about. I've had instances where, when I've spoken about my role, people have had widely misinformed ideas about autism. Autism is not a disease. People with autism are not ill, and it cannot be cured with medicine. So it is a genetic, and people with autism have so much to give, and the gifts and the knowledge and the skills that they have, is something to be celebrated. Some people believe that vaccines cause autism, which is just absolutely not true. And again, very damaging and dangerous misinformation, and something that really, in this day and age, we should be moved far away from. People also, I've heard, have said that autism is more prevalent today, or people are just, labeling things now. That is, again, completely untrue and is not taking into account the fact that there's more research, there's more knowledge, there's more understanding. And so, yes, more people, are diagnosed as having autism or being on the spectrum, but that is just because research now is far better than it was 40, 50, 60 years ago. So what we can do on World Autism Awareness Day is celebrate the countless ways that people with autism contribute to our families, our communities, our nation, and the world as a whole. And again, shine a light on the systematic barriers that are in place that people with autism face in their daily lives. We need to do far more funding of research. Autism really needs to be identified much earlier, within the first year. So we need to put more money into that. We also need to open career pathways for people with autism. And there's so many jobs and careers that people with autism can move into and thrive in. And we just need to make sure that we are removing the barriers and allowing them to fulfill that potential. We need to tackle and challenge misinformation. We need to educate ourselves. It's fine to ask questions. It's not fine to make accusations when you don't know. We know the damage that causes to families of people with autism. With just a little more acceptance, understanding, and a few simple adjustments, more autistic people are able to enter the workforce, put their amazing talents to good use, and just thrive as the way that every human being should. The whole world needs a bit more love and acceptance right now, and on World Autism Awareness Day, people with autism also deserve to be accepted and understood. Thank you so much.
Hello from Kaplan Harvard Square. My name is Lillian. I'm the school director.
And this is Angelica.
And today we're here with Abdulaziz to learn more about Ramadan.
Thank you, Lillian. Ramadan is the month that we start fasting as a Muslim people.
It's about 1 month. It's 9th month in the Islamic calendar.
We start fasting from the sunrise until the sunset.
But during the daylight, we always exploit and maybe reading Holy Quran or something spiritual. Some people go to the work and some to the school, so it depends. But near of iftar means the first meal that we eat in Ramadan. It's mean breakfast in English. Me and my parents, my brothers and my sister go in the kitchen to prepare the meal. And after that, we gather to eating the meal. And usually at the weekend, we go to granny house to do, to eat iftar there. But we have the other big meal in same day, named as-sahur. As-sahur means the latest dinner because it will be in 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Yeah. So this to prepare to the fasting to another day.
And the fasting is the way that we are be thankful for the God for all the things that He gave us.
The purpose of Ramadan is, I think it's more about feeling for poor people or something, but it's like grow spiritually and being close to Allah. It's my God. So I think every religion have fasting, but in other way. In our fasting, there is no water, no food, for marriage, no sexual things, and there is also in the women, if they have a period or something like that, they didn't fasting because there is a lot of pain and you know the situation. So this is basically for Ramadan. It's a basic thing, but it feels very relaxed and gathering month. This is the short I tell you.
Yeah, this is Ramadan for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. April is National Arab American Heritage Month. This year, it's particularly a great year for it since Ramadan falls exactly during the month of April. The purpose of this month is to celebrate the approximately 4 million Arab Americans who live in the United States and to celebrate their culture and contribution to American history, also to dispel misconceptions and negative stereotypes that are often encountered. In 2019, Representatives Debbie Dingell and Rashida Tlaib had both sponsored a bill to recognize National Arab American Heritage Month. Last year, April 2021, the State Department federally recognized this. So how can you celebrate? Well, there are Arab Americans in all 50 states, and it is Ramadan. You can look for activities that are going on in your area, in your communities. A quick Google search will show you events that you can attend, that you'll be welcome to show up to and help participate in this important month. Thank you very much.
On Friday, April 15th and Sunday, April 17th, Christians from around the world will be celebrating Good Friday and Easter Sunday. This is the biggest holiday of the year for most Christians because we'll be celebrating the death and resurrection of Jesus. How Christians celebrate varies depending on what culture you're from and what country you're celebrating in. But most Christians on Good Friday and Easter Sunday find themselves attending church, cooking traditional big family meals, and getting together with family and friends. Happy Easter, everyone!
This year, the Day of Silence will be observed on April 22nd. It's held on a Friday in April each year and was first organized in 1996 by students at the University of Virginia to address the lack of administrative response to issues such as discrimination and bullying. Typically, students will take a day-long vow of silence, often wearing tape over their mouths or X's on their hands, And at the end of the day, they observe a breaking of the silence together, typically with a rally or some other event. This day of spreading awareness is especially important this year, with the recent passage of harmful legislation in states like Texas and Florida, where state leaders are actively targeting and antagonizing queer and trans children in schools. This makes their educational experience and even their lives less safe. These youth are twice as likely as their straight and cisgender peers to report physical harassment and bullying. Because of this mistreatment, many students will avoid attending school entirely, harming their academic achievement and often worsening gaps between them and the other students. Even among adults, only about half of lesbian, gay, and bisexual people are open about their sexual orientation with their families. For these reasons and others, it's more important than ever to support the young people in our community, from both inside and out. For example, here in Illinois, we've recently passed a law requiring public schools to include instruction that accurately portrays the contributions, whether political, economic, or social, by the LGBTQ+ community. So whether you're a part of the queer and trans community, or just trying to be a better ally, take a minute, or a day, and consider how you can help give voice to the young people in this community, and keep the educational environment safe for everyone.
Hi everyone! Lesbian Day of Visibility is also in April. It was established 14 years ago on April 26, 2008, to uplift the lesbians of our community. Looking at our history, lesbians were trailblazers for equal rights for queer people, so to celebrate, I'd like to talk to you about Ivy Botini. She established the National Organization for Women, or NOW, in New York City, where she then came out as a lesbian and advocated for women's and lesbian issues in 1968. Following her example, we use this day to also celebrate any women or other sapphic folk in the community, such as gender nonconforming lesbians or bisexual women. More recently, Ivy co-founded the nonprofit org Gay and Lesbian Elder Housing, which built the first affordable housing complex for queer senior citizens in 2007. If you'd like to hear more about lesbian history, I suggest looking into Gladys Bentley. She was a black lesbian singer of the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. Or I'd suggest perusing lesbiannews.com. They're celebrating their 45th year of publication this year. To finish, I want to leave you with the meaning behind the lesbian flag. Now there are multiple versions of lesbian flags in use, but this is one of the more common ones. It features gender nonconformity, independence, community, unique relationships to womanhood, serenity and peace, love and sex, and femininity. Happy Lesbian Day of Visibility.
Before I started using the Headspace app, I would open my email in the morning, first thing, or worse, social media, and I'd start the day feeling a range of emotions, and sometimes not very positive ones. But then I switched my morning routine and started using Headspace, and my days started out a lot more peacefully. So, it's not surprising because meditation has real effects on your mood, your stress levels, and even your sleep cycle. So what if the first thing you looked at each morning made your day a whole lot better? As of today, 55 of you are already benefiting from the app Kination has gifted you. And so you've started meditating, listening to sleepcasts to ease you to sleep, and a lot more. Many of you will know about the cool thing I'm about to show you. When you open the app, click on Today, which is at the bottom of your screen, and you'll have a list of exercises to give you mindful moments throughout the day. You'll start your day with a 1-minute breathing exercise, which is 5 long breaths, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then enjoy the wake up. It's a short video to start your day with inspiration. 3-minute videos to help you be more mindful, happier, more inspired, and more mindful. You will have uplifting stories from people around the world. You'll have insight from experts on sleep, eating, fitness, and more. So get started today. You can go to our unique landing page here and open your account by using your Kaplan email. And it's free because it's our gift to you.